Hi guys, thank you for taking the time to view my short video. I am Coach Adrien. As I have always said before, every clinic of mine is designed to help you make choices that make you happy. Now, the voice of weeping is heard all around us, all over the world, because of COVID-19, the coronavirus. There is lamentation in our communities and in our homes. Our lives have changed and our lives have been painful for almost 2 years now. But I thought we needed to shift from the pain and distress and talk about something exciting. Our issue that we want to discuss is the common Caribbean saying, the worst is yet to come. What are the underlying messages in this seemingly gloomy forecast? I came up with 2 messages. Number 1, it seems that our current circumstance, that is our situation under the global pandemic and the associated global recession, is very bad. And to many, the future is predictably more heartbreaking. Secondly, it also seems to me that our collective experiences, that is in our personal life, in our homes, in our businesses, and in our communities, might have gotten us so dispirited that we are about losing hope. That is, hope for a better day. This is why in this clinic, I present what I call the antithesis to this gloomy forecast. Better must come. Better must come. Yes, hardship and heartaches are all around us. That is the bad news. In fact, as at the 28th June 2021, the situation was still very depressing for many across the globe. There were over 179 million cases. And the COVID-19 coronavirus and its many variants had already claimed more than 3.8 million lives. Amidst the pain and the suffering, there were wars and conflicts in different regions, and the number of refugees was still on the increase. And moreover, the profit motive of businesses, particularly manufacturers of vaccines, and perhaps the greed of wealthy nations, were limiting the vaccination effort globally. And in the absence of strong and enabling governance and leadership, these were contributing to more infection, more death, cycles of lockdowns, more job losses, and more bankruptcies. But there is a good news. The good news is that antithesis. The good news is that the prevailing global distress is a biblical signpost that says better must come. The seemingly powerlessness in society, our powerlessness in the economy and in governance, it says a better society is coming. In 700 BC, Isaiah the prophet predicted, and I'm quoting Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 17, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former things shall not be remembered, nor come to mind." And about 800 years after, that is in AD 95, John the Revelator confirmed to us, and I am reading Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, and I quote, "God will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away." So both Old Testament prophets and New Testament prophet, both Old Testament writers and New Testament writers, they are confirming that a new society, a new period of hope and joy and celebration is forthcoming, and that the distress that we experience now, the developments that we see on our planet now, they are signposts that this new society is about to come. In fact, history confirms that Prophet Daniel's prophecy of that coming new society, and you can read that detail in Daniel chapter 2, establishes that following the fourth empire, because he established in Daniel 2, 4 empires of government would rule the world. At the end of that period, there will be no other world powers, but God would establish his new society, his new world government of peace, of happiness, and joy, and plenty. This is how he said it. Read Daniel 2 when you have a little time. God will establish a new government, a government of prosperity, a government of happiness for all people at the second coming of Jesus Christ. Now, what makes one so excited about the prospect of a trouble-free world? 3 things just flash in my mind. One, concerning the prophet Daniel, that we spoke about the prophecy of Daniel. Concerning the prophecy of Daniel, with respect to the coming of God's new society after that 4th world empire, and the 4th world empire was Rome, which ended its rule in AD 476. Prophet Daniel, who was interpreting the dream of the king of Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar, he interpreted the dream and said one thing that I want to bring to you very clearly. And I quote Daniel chapter 2 and verse 45. He said, "The revelation is true and its occurrence is certain." Daniel said, following the kingdom of Babylon, it will be followed by the kingdom of Persia, it will be followed by the kingdom of Greece, and then the kingdom of Rome. And at the end of that kingdom, that is since AD 476, The expectation is that God is going to set up a kingdom of all people. Everyone who have accepted Jesus as Lord and King. It will never end. And the people in that kingdom will live trouble-free, and they will live forever. Jesus himself said that God's new government was at hand in AD 41, and that its establishment is as certain as his word that will never pass. Please read Matthew chapter 24 to get the detail. And finally, Jesus gave the timing of the new society. He said, when the whole world has that message, what is the message? The message of the new global society, the new global government that Daniel predicted. He, Jesus Christ, will come and establish his rule as King of Kings and Lords of Lords. Please read Matthew chapter 24 to get the detail. Hey guys, the prospect of a new society gives us comfort to endure the pain and suffering of the pandemic, to endure the hardship of the global recession, the mass unemployment in every economy, the high cost of living, and the hunger that we have to deal with every day. Now, this is something to get excited about. Why? Because the Bible tells us, prophecy confirms, the best is yet to come. And we always end our clinic by reminding ourselves of the principles that help us to make happy choices. The first one is from William Penn. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. And likewise, truth is truth, even if no one believes it. And a lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. And finally, we always end with a word to the wise. Our word to the wise comes from Jesus, the Savior, the Lord and King of that new society. He tells us how to be ready for this abundant life. I'm quoting Mark chapter 1, verse 15. Jesus said, "It is time. The government of God is near. Seek forgiveness, change your actions, and believe the good news." The best is yet to come, guys. Do not miss out. Let us connect. Let's connect via WhatsApp. Connect with Coach Adrien at 869-668-9752 or via email, peter@coachadrien.com. Please remember to look out for a new video posted on my YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn every 14th day and 20th day of each month. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe and like my video. God bless.